Alright, recapping, just finished didn't finish the 940 turn, we're in the 940 turn. And more developments near Borodino on the left. Cavalry still sitting and staring at each other, the Cossacks trying to goad my French cav into charging. Should be extremely unlikely. The Russians have moved up closer to Zakharino, which has kind of threatened my infantry division there as he's moved up guns onto the heights along the New Smolensk Road. I do have a division waiting there, contemplating assaulting his cannon up there and possibly trying to destroy his artillery. Although there's too much infantry behind there to really think of any sort of assault that could actually break through. But destroying his artillery could be advantageous. Got my Grand Battery through Borodino now, still in the process of trying to set up on this plain out here overlooking the French left. But once they get set up out there, that would make a very defensible position and a much more useful space across the rivers in Borodino as opposed to being stuck on the other side. Around the Great Redoubt, the Italians have finally moved out as the French position along the left, the Russian right side of the Great Redoubt, is a little bit too exposed to the guns from the Great Redoubt. So the Italians contemplating an assault along the Russian line left of the Great Redoubt. We'll have to see how that turns out. And in the center, Grand Battery still assembling, but what's there has advanced and is now in long range of the Russian guns, and we'll begin that bombardment sometime this turn, actually at the end of this turn once the fire chit goes, because we've already drawn the artillery chit for the turn. That was the very first chit on the turn, which was an unfortunate draw. Also on the random events table, I rolled the Murat Impetuous Charge result, so as you can see Murat here now has a MU, and he will be taking the entire 2nd Light Cavalry Division on a wild impetuous charge directly into the Bagration Fleches. So that's either going to be the elimination of the, well, probably almost certainly the elimination of the French 2nd Light Cavalry Division, but the question is whether I'll try and pile anything in there to exploit it. Still haven't made that decision yet. We'll have to see what happens. Over on the French right, Poniatowski has finally moved most of the 5th Corps up the old Smolensk Road, and they'll start to deploy in behind the 1st Division troops there before the assault on Utitsa begins. And on either side of those are the French cavalry that will just kind of dress up the line and prepare to support the assault on Utitsa. And that's where it stands about halfway through the 940 turn.